Hi, this is Sean. Welcome to GuitarReferenceGuide.com. Today's lesson, I'm going to be taking you through how to play a walking bass line over jazz, blues, and F, and over the first 8 bars of Autumn Leaves. This is a great concept to learn, and I'm going to be doing it 3 different ways. We're going to start with the bump, which is a really basic way to get started if you've never played walking bass lines before. The basic concept behind that is just going out a half step, above or below, to get to your destination chord. The other thing we're going to discuss is chord formulas. The notes that are in the chords, the arpeggios, and how to construct some of those that will always work over any song that you play, depending on the chord family and the progression. And we're also going to discuss how to use scales when creating the walking bass line. And this is a great way to create motion. So one of the funnest things about playing the walking bass line is it creates a lot of motion. So it really helps the music move along. I have to comp a lot in my lessons, play a lot of standards. With a lot of my students like to play standards. So when I'm comping, once you start playing the walking bass line, it really gives the music a certain kind of motion that's just really fun. The other thing great about the walking bass line is once you get pretty good at it, it's almost like you can improvise on the fly. So although you have to stay true to the progression and the chords, there's a lot of leeway if you know how to do it. So if you like what you see in this lesson, please subscribe. Also, I have a PDF of this lesson. It's going to take you through the bump. It's going to take you through the chord formulas. The PDF will have all the stuff that we discussed. It'll have all the examples in this lesson. So if you want to click the link below, you can go to my website and pick up the PDF. That would be great. Thanks so much for all your support. Really appreciate it. And let's get started on how to play walking bass lines. So we're going to play through an F blues walking bass line using exclusively the bump. Now, a couple of things to keep in mind. I'm using a guitar pick to play the bass notes, and I'm using these 2 fingers to play the top of the chord. So the main focus here is the bass line, not the chord. So although you hear the chord, and I'm going to tell you where it is, the real focus here is the bass line. I'm going to show you a couple of cool tricks too. Now, the main idea behind the bump is you're just going above or below the root note and coming back, passing tone to get to the next chord. So over the F, I'm playing an F7 chord like this. So I'm playing F, I'm playing the 3rd, which is A, and I'm playing the flat 7, which is E flat. Now I'm playing an 8th note here, 1 and 2, and on the 2nd beat I'm playing the bump. On the 3rd beat I'm back to the tonic. Now I'm going to the passing tone to get to the B flat, and there's my first little line using the bump. So 1 and bump, tonic, passing, 1 chord, bump, tonic, passing, 1 bump, tonic, chord, passing, 1 chord, passing, 1 chord, passing, 1. So I just played through the first bar so you can kind of get the swing of what I was doing. So now when I went to the B flat, for the chord I was playing the 1, the flat 7, and the 3. And those are the guide tones. So that works extremely well when you're playing these walking bass lines, because you want to have little chords. You don't want to have big chords. It makes it a lot easier. So that is essentially the bump in a nutshell. Now, on the PDF I went through the whole 12-bar form playing the bump, and that works really good. So I think that you have the idea now. So we have the tonic, chord, bump, tonic, passing, tonic, chord, bump, tonic, passing, root note or tonic, bump, tonic, passing, tonic, chord. Here I'm playing C minor, which is 8, 8, and A. Passing to get to F. Passing to get to B flat. I'm just going to play through the whole thing now. Bump, back, to the B diminished. Bump, passing, over the G minor to the C7, tonic, chord, bump, tonic, passing, tonic, chord. Here I'm playing the C7 the same way I was playing the F7, bump, passing, tonic, chord, passing, tonic, chord, passing, tonic, chord, passing, tonic, chord, passing, and then I'm done the 12-bar form, just like that. So that's a really great way to start playing the walking bass lines, and you get it going. Sounds really good, especially if you're moving quick. So it's a great way to create a lot of motion. So the next thing we're going to talk a little bit about is autumn leaves. Now with autumn leaves, the chords are going to be A minor 7, D7, G major 7, C major 7, F minor 7 flat 5, but here we're just going to play an F minor, B7, and E minor for 2 bars. So I'm going to play through the first 8 bars, the first example, and then I'm going to break it down. Now, all these formulas, you can use them over any tune, not just autumn leaves. Wherever you see a 2-5, you can always do that. So here we go. I'm going to play through autumn leaves really slowly. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do here is I'm going to play through a 2-5, A minor 7 to D7 to G major 7. Now, one of the most important things to think about is what type of notes are we playing? We're playing quarter notes. So we're going to play essentially an eighth note, an eighth note, and then 3 quarter notes. We're playing the eighth notes when we play in the chords. So the first example is going to go like this. It's going to be 1 chord, flat 3, 5, passing tone, and now I'm at my D7, and this is a 1, 3, this is a 4, 5, and now I'm playing really quickly an eighth note to get back to the G major 7. So the first 2 bars are going to sound like this. 1, flat 3, 5, passing, 1, chord the D7, 3, 4, 5, passing really quickly to get to the G major 7, 1, chord, 2, 3, 5. So over the G major 7, I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 5, C major 7, 1. Here I'm playing a C over the G7. I was playing G7 like this, 3, 4, and 4. C major 7. I'm playing 1, 3, and 7 here. 1. Now I'm going 7, 6, 5. I'm walking down the scale this time. It was the same thing with the G major 7. The G major 7, I was also doing the scale. 1, 2, 3. I skipped 4. I went right to 5. C major 7. 1, 7, 6, 5. Now I end up on F minor, and here I'm going to be playing 1, 2, flat 3 because it's a minor, passing tone, and now I'm at my B flat 7. So I'm just walking straight down the line using the scale. Passing tone here, creating a chromatic line to get to the B7. 1, 3, 5, passing tone, and then now I'm playing E minor 7. And in the E minor 7, I'm playing 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 4. I'm playing the chord here, flat 3, because it's a minor 7, 2, 1, flat 3, and then I come back. So you can use these same formulas over any song. It doesn't just have to be over Autumn Leaves. Anytime you see a 2-5, you can always use these formulas. So this works great. The 1, flat 3, 5, passing tone works great. I just play in a different key. B minor, E7 to A major 7. If I went 1, flat 3, 5, passing tone, that would work good here. Same thing with the other formulas. If I was playing, going from the 5 to the 1, in other words, D7 to G major 7, 1, 3, 4, 5 is always going to work, because then we have to come back to the G. 1, 3, 4, 5, passing 1. I just threw in the passing tone there, but you didn't have to do that. So the formulas you can always take with you. You can use them over any song. So you want to think when you're moving, you can use the scale if you want to do the more linear thing. And you can use the chord tones if you want to have bigger interval jumps. 3, 5, passing 1. So I hope that makes sense over the first example of Autumn Leaves. Now we're going to go to the second example of Autumn Leaves. Okay, for the second example of Autumn Leaves, I'm just going to play through it, and then I'm going to break it down the same way I did the other thing. Now we're going to play a lot of the same concepts, but just higher. Okay, so now instead of starting from the A minor 7 here, we're playing the same chords as Autumn Leaves in the other example, but I'm playing the A minor 7 chord here, so I'm playing 12, 10, and 12. 1, chord, flat 7, 6, 5. Now I get to my destination, my D7 chord. 1, 3, 5, passing tone. Then I get to my G major 7 chord, 1, major 7, 6, 5, my C major 7 chord, 1, 3, 4, 5, my F minor 7 flat 5 chord, 1, chord, excuse me, flat 7, 6, flat 5. Now I'm at my B7, 1, 3, 5, passing tone. Now I'm at my E minor 7 chord. Same shape as the A minor 7. 1, flat 7, 6, 5. Then I'm going to be back to 4, going down the line, flat 3, 2, flat 3, 1. So on the last one, it was a straight scale sweep. I'm going 1, flat 7, 4, 5, 1, flat 7, 6, 5, 4, chord, flat 3, 2, flat 3, back to where I started. And that's the second example of Autumn Leaves. So you can see I'm using a lot of the same formulas, but I'm just using them higher on the neck. A lot of scale formulas. So you can always do this. If you're moving from the 2 to the 5, you can always use these same formulas over anything. If I did it here or here, if you were moving to G. So the cool thing about these formulas is you can use them time and time again. You can use them over anything. You can recycle them. Okay, so now I'm going to take you through the thing that you heard in the opening video. I'm going to play through a blues jazz and F. And I'm going to take you through all the different things that we did in this lesson with this one part of the bass line going over a blues and F. So here we go. That's the scale tones to get to the B flat. So I'm using F7, walking down the scale, B flat 7. I'm using the B flat, going to the chord, third, fourth, passing tone, destination, chord, bass note chord, major third, fourth, passing tone, my target C minor, passing tone to get to the F, passing tone to get to the B flat. Now I'm playing the third, the fifth, back to the third. Now I'm coming to the B diminished chord, and I'm playing flat 3, 4, passing tone to get to my F7, doing the bump, passing tone to get to my 2, 5, and G, which is my A minor, passing to get to my D7, passing to get to my G minor. Now I'm using scale tones, 2, 3, 4. Now I'm playing the C7, so let's take it from there. One more time. Straight line. Okay, so that last part, G minor. Now I'm playing the scale. Minor third, passing. 1, 3, 5, passing. 1, passing, 1, passing, 1, passing, 1, passing, top. Now, another thing that I was doing a lot that I should have discussed earlier was sometimes I do this thing where I kind of pull up on the string and that kind of gives it that extra little ba-da, like a little motion. So I hope you enjoyed this lesson in walking bass lines.